everybody, this is Mr. Hardcore Mode, where nothing is easy. Warriors and wenches, how y'all doing? I hope everybody's having a great day. Things are finally cooling down. The summer heat is a bunch of bullshit. I really don't like heat. I would rather live in Norway. But anyway, we are going to talk more on the censorship and how big it has gone. It is no longer about porn games. Now it is full-blown bleeding into horror games, like I told you. There is... Every video game is basically a book with a controller. You see what I mean? And when it comes to video games and games that children should not see, I give that power to the parents. If the parents can't hold the, be accountable for their children and watch what they do, because I see a lot of parents out there that just throw a tablet to their fucking toddler and just so they can stop screaming and crying. And I think it's fucking bullshit that we have to go through this censorship because of that. As a matter of fact, let's be honest, this has nothing to do with the children. UK is trying to do a thing where they're trying to monitor every single person in the, from the UK, basically. Every single person from the UK on to making sure they're not talking about migrants or something like that. This is nothing, they don't care about the children over in the UK. They can't even take care of, the government can't even take care of their kids getting snatched up by like illegals over there anyway. So this is not about kids. This is about control. It is plain and simple. Let's talk about Steam, however. This is a gaming channel. Let's focus on that. Indie horror game rejected by Steam releases for free instead. This is our response to being censored and our rejection of the idea that horror can be defined as acceptable or not. Very good on this developer. By the way, this is a single person developer. Good job on her part. Despite containing no uncensored nudity or sex acts, Vile Exhumed, that's the game, was banned on Steam just ahead of its planned release in July. Despite it containing no uncensored nudity or sex act, we are overreaching. Right now, Steam is going through a lot of class action lawsuits right now. 2 of them are pertaining to consumers and how certain things are being overpriced, which is a concern for us all. I mean, we all want to make sure that we're paying the correct price, but also they're going through the Visa and Mastercard thing where Steam is just not giving a fuck about the gamer or the developer anymore. It's really disconcerting, but let's go ahead and continue. Okay. Indie horror game Vile Exhumed launched today as a free donation-ware game under a Creative Commons license, following the cancellation of its planned release on Steam in July, reportedly over the presence of sex content with depictions of real people, which is flat out just not fucking true. These are stories that we tell. These are stories. Nobody's hurt in the making of these games, but Steam right now is just going shotgun, okay? And some people, including the people in the horror games, are just suffering the splash damage. So this is a big concern. Cause let me tell you something. Steam knows exactly what they're doing, okay? It's gonna start off with sex, nudity, which was legal, by the way. I don't know why they didn't fight for this. I strongly believe that Steam was a complete moron for standing on business, but that's neither here nor there. My problem is that this is going to be a slippery slope. It's going to start off with, Steam's about to lose money. Well, let's stop all these bad porn games and let's flush them down the stream. And I'm like, okay, those games had incest. Okay, there were no children hurt in the fucking game. There was no child abuse, which is bullshit. By the way, porn does not cause, I like how some people like to say like porn is gonna destroy people, when in actuality, that's not fucking true. In order for people in society, people are gonna have to have sex. They have babies, vice versa. And then there's gonna be men and women who don't have the opportunity or don't want to have the opportunity to have sex with a man or a woman. So they try other means and then try porn. It is simple, it is normal, it is a part of life. And then they just go up on here, collective shout, along with Visa and Mastercard, do this whole pretend thing like they're trying to protect children, when in actuality, it should be the parents' concern to make sure that their children are not messing with anything, you know, that they shouldn't be with. My dad did that with me, and then as soon as I reached a certain age, he was like, okay, son, go ahead. He's like, just don't do it, you know, just handle your business away from other people. That was it. That's it. That's how it is. But now we're reaching the part where things are not even related to, you know, sex games. Now it's horror games. And then sooner or later, it's going to be taking a spotlight into gore. We just end up we just keep on doing this whole song and dance, don't we? Where we just keep on coming back like, oh, we gotta ban these games now because Karen said so. Oh, there's sex in it, can't. Blood, we can't. So horror games are gonna come up next, and then up next, if you got a game and you killed somebody, sir, you can't do that anymore. You want that to be next? All right. That's the fight. So, in a message posted on Blue Sky a few days later, solo developer Kara Cadaver said Vile Exhumed has been banned for sexual content with depictions of real people, although she added that all such content is all implied, making this all feel even worse. DreadXP also noted that Vile Exhumed has no uncensored nudity, no depictions of sex acts, and no pornography present at all. Even if she did have that, it's legal. It's legal. That's it. That's all this should be. But now we're doing this whole song and dance where this is not a police matter, okay? This is not some sort of police matter. This is, you're not going to get paid if you have pornography. That's it. This is not a, oh yeah, let's put her in jail because she's a single developer putting pornography on a game. No, this is, the new police is Visa and Mastercard. Does that sound nice? We need this regulation, folks. We really do. Let's continue. Valve has prohibited depictions of real people in adult games on Steam for a while now, so the rule it's citing wasn't created in response to its recent dust-up with payment processors. Well, it was. It was. The site wasn't created in response to its recent dust-up with payment processors. It was. Listen. This has nothing to do with Collective Shout. Collective Shout just likes to scream and make noise. Visa and Mastercard have been fucking with Japan on their legal content for literal adults. This was before that, with their manga and their hentai over there. This is not some sort of, oh shit, it doesn't have anything to do with the payment processors. It does. Because Steam is, what's a good word for what Steam is doing right now? They're flinching. Steam is really good at flinching when it comes to losing money. And that's a big problem. Itch.io is trying their best to bring to fuck censorship over. Even GOG is trying to fuck over censorship. Even other game developers are fighting tooth and nail because of this censorship. Both Steam and itch.io recently removed de-indexed a large number of adult-themed games that may violate the rules and standards set forth, which is funny, because why don't you just take them all out? Just why did you keep some of the porn? Why did you throw away some of the porn games, but not all? I find that funny that they did some of them. You know what I mean? As Valve put it in July, concerns about those possible rule violations were driven by a pressure campaign carried out by the Australian Anti-Porn Crusaders Collective Shout. She has, Kara Cadaver has said this. I think I have a better vision right here. The developer, the single developer for Vile Exhumed, says, I am extremely disappointed to let you all know that Vile Exhumed has been fully removed and banned for a sale on Steam. By the way, Collective Shout wants to do things for women. Isn't that great? Isn't that great that Collective Shout is doing things for women? By the way, you got this single developer woman banned off of Steam. Her whole game. The thing that she worked hard on. I find that great. Isn't that great? Isn't that cool? Is that, isn't the women empowerment? So we're gonna do anything about OnlyFans, right? No, we're not gonna do anything about OnlyFans? Okay. Okay, I just wanted to know. Dread XP and I are working actively to make sure that we can make the game available to you ASAP. Next week, you can expect to hear specific details. I love this woman. She's still fighting the good fight. I want to be clear. Vile Exhumed was not banned for its use of gore in storytelling or the violent themes. Nope. At least not yet. At least not yet. The violent themes, they don't care about that now. What they want to focus on is the easiest stuff that they can do. Like, oh shit, are you getting people involved? And I'm like, no, it's a fucking video game. It's nobody's involved. She could have drawn depictions in her game and nobody was involved. These are pixels, you dumb fucks. Pixels. And if they're actual pictures of people being harmed, it's those artists and those people that are involved that are getting paid. Like I said, like any horror movie, when there's people getting killed or maimed or murdered and all this stuff, they are all getting paid, and then you see them walking around with their kids in the next day. They are not those characters. They set themselves up to be in that said position, whether it be a game or a movie. This is simple. This is simple. Everybody knows this. Everybody knows if you're getting hired, this is what you wanted to do. You signed up. Everybody knows this. Can I draw like a fucking, can I put an AI woman or an AI picture of a hot woman getting tied up and shit? Or am I gonna hurt the robot's feelings? Am I gonna hurt the AI's feelings for wrapping her up and slapping her ass with a belt? I was like, is she real? No. This is all bullshit. And right now, Visa and Mastercard are acting like police. Not a tool, a police. And this is fucking disgusting. They need to be regulated. I refuse to censor or make changes to this game. I will not retell a story about those topics in a way to make people who don't understand it more comfortable. I like this woman. She's not, you know, she has her beliefs and I got mine. But I respect a woman like this. Go ahead. For updates to know how to play Vile Exhumed, follow me in DreadXP on Twitter or join the DreadX Discord. I find this really, really powerful that she sticks to her guns. The fact that one woman will stick to her guns but not Steam is fucking hilarious. I get it. Steam is bigger and they sort of kind of have a monopoly and they kind of have a when it comes to video games, they kind of have something to lose, but I strongly feel like Steam could have actually done something and fought for the gamer, fought for the developer, and done something, but they didn't do a goddamn thing. He's like, oh yeah, that's right, they wanted to protect their well, now they're everybody's bitch now. Now, the Collective Shout and Visa and Mastercard dip their toes in this bullshit. They got their foot in the door. And now we gotta figure this shit out. Also, there's other groups besides Collective Shout called Fight the New Drug that wanna do things pertaining to AI companions. Let's read about it. So, Collective Shout's not going to be the only one. Of course, they're not going to be the only Karens that care about children. But let's watch this video.
We should probably talk about this new AI girlfriend thing on X. So Grok just recently released 2 companion AI bots, one of which is an over-sexualized blonde anime girl named Annie.
Yeah, so who cares? If you don't want it, then don't watch it. That's it. End of story. Goodbye. See you later. That's it.
Now, Annie's entire job is to flirt with you, and the more that you engage in these types of interactions, the more sexualized they can become.
Yeah, that's what they signed up for. That's what they want to do. What's the problem? If that's what they wish that they can do, they're not hurting anybody. That's what they can do. Hello? Where are you, ladies? Why isn't anybody talking about fucking OnlyFans? Why are we doing this again? Why are we doing this again? He's like, oh shit. Listen, first of all, she got crazy eyes, okay? Second of all, do you know what aisle she goes down? Of course, she goes down the left. Here's another thing that they do. I bet you she really doesn't like Elon Musk. This has nothing to do with the children or the over-sexualization. She just wants to hurt Elon Musk in any sort of way. That's who this woman is. I guarantee. Yo, clip this shit. That's all they fucking care. I don't give. What do you mean the over-sexualization of women? Where's the woman? Oh, that's right. It's an AI picture. So can you help me out? This is just feelings. The only people that do all this feeling shit are fucking women. And they ruin everything. Perfect example. If you have a PS5, plug that bitch up and hit the power button. If that shit beeps and your woman, if your woman, it's like, oh, you're going to put that game on? That's who these women are. That's exactly who they are. They hear that beep and then they're just like, it's like, oh, you being happy for 2 seconds? Yeah, I want to play a video game and shoot some people. What the? It's the same exact people.
The more sexualized they can become.
It's essentially a modern take on a phone sex line.
There's, the AI companion. There's multiple AI companion like videos. You're only focused on X because of obvious reasons. You're only focused on the AI companion on X, but there's thousands upon thousands of other AI companions on the internet. But this is the one that you want to focus on? Okay, all right. You definitely don't care. You hate Elon Musk. Just say it. You hate Elon Musk.
Now, this is really scary because Grok is available for kids starting at age 13.
It's available when the parents say it's available. Being, oh, I'm a parent, let my kid be on anything on his phone. Yeah, that's right. The parents over there, that's you. The one that are not taking care of their kids and making sure that they're not. Listen, this is ABC's 1, 2, 3. Lock up certain things. There's literally parental controls on my phone over here that say lock up. They can't go to here, here, and here. They put that shit every single update. Update with every phone. I get like, oh, you can do a parental thing where they won't see this. It's even on tablets. They literally give you the function. As a matter of fact, not only on phones did they literally give you the function, they just outright pop up that shit and say like, hey, you want to hide this from kids? Here I am. You want to hide things from kids? And the parents go like, nah. See, if you educated and took care of your kids, we wouldn't have this problem. But I'll be honest. These ladies don't care, okay? They're not doing this for children. They're doing this for cash. They're doing this for power and control. That's it. That's all this ever was. This is why this video barely has any views. This group ain't gonna fucking go anywhere.
And even with parental features in place, users report still being able to access this content.
That's just how life is, and you still got the fucking crazy eyes.
And if that's not enough Black Mirror energy for you, nearly 3 out of 4.
What the fuck is Black... God. Black Mirror is a really good show, okay? All right? I respect that, but keep going.
Teens report using AI companions like this, and nearly 1 in 10 specifically for romantic or sexual interactions. Now, we know that porn is dangerous, period, but especially for kids.
Porn is not dangerous. It doesn't lead to anything. The only thing that could lead to a dangerous lifestyle is the lack of parenting. That's it. That's it. And we can also add more to what I'm saying that could affect a child, but it's not porn. Nobody sees titties and go, "Huh, shit, I want to shoot up a school." That doesn't even make any fucking sense, bitch. What the fuck are you saying?
So what do you think about this?
I'm thinking you're retarded and you got Vegeta's forehead. That's what I'm saying. But we're gonna have these groups out here. Like I said, more comments than likes. Ain't nobody care about what this bitch is starting up. That just seems like a career going downhill. But I want to add something else. We also have something on change.org. It's called Tell Mastercard, Visa, and activist groups stop controlling what we can watch, read, or play. This petition is at 238,000 signatures right now as we speak. And basically the issue is Visa and MasterCard are interfering with legal entertainment, often under pressure from advocacy groups who want to censor what they deem problematic. We demand an end to the censorship of fiction and the right to choose the stories we enjoy without moral policing. And here's another thing. Each and every person before all this shit, a lot of people have gone about their normal lives as usual. As a matter of fact, men and women actually thrived a lot better back in 2010 or 2012. And then as soon as 2016, things just got worse. And by the way, porn was still active around that time. Each and every individual person will tell you things were a lot better back then. A lot better back then. But nowadays, we got a lot of people like Collective Shout, FTND, Master and Visa Card. Master and Visa Card has also been around at that time, and it was fine. But their monopoly has gotten crazy. But what I'm trying to say is, things were a lot simpler and easier back then. It actually felt very American back then. And now we're in this stage of, well, I want my 2 cents. I want this. I want control. Me. I want to do this. And then they paint it off as, I'm going to help people out. Have you always noticed that? It's always, well, we're doing this for you guys. And then you look under the curtain and you're like, bruh, if you're gonna do this for children, are you gonna take care of this? Nah, we're not gonna take care of that. So you're focused on censorship, but you're not gonna take care of the sex trafficking? By the way, these sex traffickers, they ain't watching porn, okay? You get me? Do I have to repeat what I'm about to say? These sex traffickers, these people using women, is like taking children, they ain't watching porn, okay? So this, we need to stop this whole thing like, oh, video games and porn and whatever is on video games. It's actually changing the child's mind. No, it's the two things: parenting and what's the term I'm looking for? A product of your own environment. Basically, the product of your own environment. Those are the two things lo and behold, a man and a woman get together and then they have children. And just to let you know, it's not all about just having sex and putting a baby in a woman. You also have to take care of the child. Woo! You have to have accountability. You have to take care of your child. Make sure that he's like, maybe I should give my child a tablet so he can shut up. No, you should go see what the child needs. So stop feeding stop throwing stuff at your children and saying, here, this will make you shut up. There's a lot of parents that do that, by the way. And then people come over to you and then you're just like, it's just a growing, I'm gonna say it. It has nothing to do with the children. It has everything to do with women who are not getting a man. They're not getting the good dick, and they're not getting with that one guy that they had a late night stand, one night stand with. That one hot guy that they got with that one time, and then they pretty much blocked him. That's what this is all about. It's all about women, Karens, who didn't get what Fabio, and now they just think, well, if men are happy, I gotta make sure to fuck that shit up. And you might be looking at me like, Mr. Hardcore Mode, that's crazy. There's no way women would just utilize their whole life to make sure men are not happy. Anyway, that's the video. I appreciate all the love and support. I will send this thing right here so you guys can sign the petition of your own free will. Go ahead and do your thing. We'll continue on with this hard rant stream. Appreciate you.